Hello Americans and other friends and subscribers around the world. Back again. I better do a check-in. Out on the property right now. Wanted to show these. This one's actually one that I'd done. I used to make these about 20 years ago. Actually, an old friend that I had, haven't seen him in forever, is Steve Beck out of Baker, Oregon. I used to carry one of these Native American flutes. This one is one I actually had made probably 18 or 20 years ago when we were living in the motorhome, and now I'm redoing it. When I'd actually started this thing, I just pulled these out of going through some old junk trying to get some of this stuff cleaned up around here. I'd actually, it's a long story about my spirit guide, Creed Indian. You know, anyway, it's a long, man. I wouldn't even get into that. That's a whole different video. But anyway, my spirit guide's a crow and a raven. And so I'd made this head, started it a long time ago, and came across it, and then the old flute. And I was actually pulling out these, so I'm redamping this one. This is my personal one, but I may end up putting it on eBay, maybe. See, I started getting into these because I was going to romance Miss Kitty. And I'd play them for her tonight, and all she'd do is fall asleep. So this is one I just finished yesterday. Like I said, I used to make these. An old friend of mine, Steve Beck, like I said, from Baker, Oregon, used to play one for us and stuff, and he's actually the guy that taught me, or took me out and showed me how to harvest the dogwood and stuff, and he used to make these beautiful chairs and stuff. I haven't seen him in forever, so man, if Steve, if you're out there, email me. But he kind of lives like we do, off the, you know, out of the, against the grain. Against the grain. Here, I'll show you what these sound like. You've never heard one, man. They're amazing. Well, except for when you do that. It's only been, what, 18 years? Only. So that's what they sound like, man. You can do amazing stuff with them. Steve always, man, he played them just beautifully. Like I said, I just put Miss Kitty to sleep. I thought I was going to romance her. But this one I'm getting ready to put on eBay. It's pretty much a basic one, man. You'll see some of the other ones on there that people are doing, you know, very ornate. Then this other one here, this one's a double. That I actually got. I'm gonna put some different stones in this, but this one, man, is made out of ironwood, so it's real heavy. It's got a number and everything on it. I did not make this one, like I said. It's a double. We are in the process. Miss Kitty actually is going to make the block that transfers the air, and we're going to do something fancy on it, and it'll be on there.
Can you explain the double?
The double. It's got the double instead of the single. See, this is what you do. Basically, there's a chamber here. This one's, you know, without the top. There's two chambers. There's a chamber here and a chamber here. And then this, you go down about 1/8 of an inch, and it transfers, and then you put the topper on it. And I don't even, you know, I make these things, don't even know really what you call that. But it's the ornate, and it's actually a lot of the Native American thing. That's one of your symbols of your, like, your spirit guides, or, you know, 4 directions or whatever. You know, there's a lot to that. There's a lot more. If you read into there's some interesting stuff. It's just been so long since I was making them that I got sidetracked here. But anyway, so well, there's so much to talk about. Anyway, it transfers the air. Yeah, this is a single, and it transfers the air to here. Where this one, which is pretty crazy, it's got the 2 holes, and obviously, you know, I can't even. I guess this one just blows. You don't really play this side. It's just a steady, you know, flute sound, and then you can do it over here. So it's a double.
They also call this double barrel or a drone.
This one, yes. Yeah, drone. Miss Kitty done some research on this one. But actually, I ended up picking this one up at a, I don't even know, a sale up in, I think I found it in New Meadows, Idaho or something. I can't remember where the heck I found that, but it was laying there, man. There was no topper and stuff, and the people didn't even know. They're all, what is that? Oh, that's a flute, man. So that's those. So those will be on eBay, and then Miss Kitty wanted me to mention too that the links to Etsy and Blue Jay If you go to the About page on our main YouTube page, there's a link to get to those. We don't have a ton of stuff on there. We're working on that. You know, it's a lot of time to get all that stuff. Plus, I got to double up because I'm still doing the eBay thing to make a living. So, anything else we were going to talk about? It's basically a check-in. Getting a splitter. KVD's on over our friend Dave's picking up the splitters. We're going to have a splitter, so that's going to help us out tremendously. Been working on tearing down that building. I can show out here. This place is just a construction zone, so it's crazy. But all this, that's all covered here. But this, we ended up going over there a couple days ago. That's all the ceiling. I've got the whole ceiling out of there. There's actually a little video, but Kitty can't figure out how to get it on the YouTube of the place to show it. And then I've got some metals in here. I've got all the metal off one side. We're probably about 75% done with that. All this stuff came out of there. And then these tarps, man, these things are amazing. We've got a whole stack there. The mill, the local mill, ain't too many of those left around the country anymore. But this is what the lumber comes in, you know, keep it dry, and they just give these things away. So I ended up putting it over my shop because it was leaking like a sieve. I don't know if you want to show over there. It's really crazy. And all the leaves are falling and all that, man. It's been cold. It's got snow on the mountain up there. Me and Kevin D was up yesterday and got 3 grouse. 3 grouse and that load of firewood that was in the truck. And can't think of anything else. I just wanted to show them flutes, and they're going to be on. Some more knives.
Yeah, show them that dogwood.
That dogwood.
The dogwood handle.
Yeah, Miss Kitty. I had actually thought about doing one of my dogwood. Where's that other piece? There's a piece of dogwood. That's what I made that cradle out of. You know, it's Red Oyster dogwood. And like I said, that Steve Beck, the guy that used to play the flutes, he didn't make his, but I couldn't afford to buy one at the time. They were bringing about $150, $200, so I just made me the flute because I was inspired by him. And then he was the one that showed me how to harvest this stuff. Well, Miss Kitty, I was going to take one and just kind of, you know, carve the end a little bit and stuff, but Miss Kitty started peeling the whole thing and carving on it, man, made this. So this is a Red Oyster dogwood handle, and I mean, this stuff is hard. I'd say it's close as hard as oak, but you know, when it's drying, this is actually a dry piece. So we're going to put a blade in that, and that'll be the first Red Oyster dogwood hillbilly whittler, and it'll be on there later today too. I just got to make some blades. I got to go over for a couple hours and work on that, trying to get all that, you know, that building done. Man, I'll be happy when it's all over here. That's almost like having a job to go to. You know, man, I got enough work around here. So I think that's it. Think anything else, Miss Kitty? So just to check in, and we'll check in soon. Bye.